Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and we're going to be doing your March 1st to the 15th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me. So thank you guys so very much. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, and you guys are just amazing. So thank you. Now, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. Now, know that the beginning of May is an intense time because it's Taurus time period. And Taurus time period is your sister sign. So it either historically brings out the best in you or it is a little bit intense. So just be aware of that, Scorpio, going into this time period. Okay. So let's see what's crowning us here. We have the Chariot reverse. This is Cancer energy. So if you have Cancer in your chart, if you have Cancer in your life, this comes through very powerfully. Cancer time period is June 21st to July 22nd. And here, when it's reversed, just know that emotions during this time can tend to get the better of us. So just be aware of this. We can also be around people where their emotions can get the better of them. And it just seems like we're dealing with a lot of emotions. We're dealing with a lot of kind of like neediness. Neediness is what I'm going to say here. It's like you're being pulled in this direction, you're being pulled in this direction, and it's a bit overwhelming. And then you feel like, okay, well, I'm giving to everybody else. Who the heck is giving to me? So just be aware of this during this time. It moves us then to the Five of Swords. That makes perfect sense. The Five of Swords is a battle you have been in before. You're going to be in it again, but you're not the same person that you were. So just recognizing that is going to be a very important thing and a very powerful thing for you. I'm not the same person that I was. I might be in this situation that is intense, but I'm coming to it with a completely different set of skills, like a completely different mindset. I'm a different person. So don't let yourself fall back into a pattern of, oh, well, this happened, once upon a time in my history of being, everything fell apart. So just be aware of that. It moves us to then the Seven of Swords. Okay, I have to say, Scorpio, if there is one thing that you cannot stand, it's a liar and a sneak. Okay, if you're a negative Scorpio, right? If you have been in a negative space, you can have people say that to you. You're a liar, you're a sneak, which can be very triggering for you because you're getting things together, you're moving things forward. So just be mindful about that, especially if you have Gemini energy. They also get called out for being liars and sneaks when they're going through a tough time and they're getting everything put together. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be very important. Somebody is lying. Somebody is being sneaky, or you're dealing with and having a light shown on lies and sneakiness. And this is going to be a time where you're looking at things and you're saying, what the heck is this? Like, this is nonsense. First of all, I'm not believing in this anymore. It can be a mindset that you realize, well, that wasn't true and not cool that I was made to believe that it was. And you can be dealing with people where you sit there and you say, what the heck? Like, can you tell the truth? Is going to be a question that you have for some people in your life, or some people that you work with, or some people that you know. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, okay? The Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is going to be a time where you want everything to move very, very fast. It's also calling to the time period, which is Scorpio, which is Taurus time period. Scorpio, again, it's our sister sign. It's reverse. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I do apologize. It's reverse, so it's a bit tricky. This is going to be a time period where we want things around money. I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay. Where we want things around money, or what we value as much as money, to move forward much more quickly. But it's going to take its time. If we try to push it, if we say, well, it needs to be just like this, it's not going to work out the way that we want it to, the way that we thought it should, or, how we want things to progress in the future. So just be aware of this. This isn't saying sit back, relax, and don't get involved. Like, life will just happen and fall right into place. But it's like, don't force it. Don't sit there and say, oh, I have to have it be just like this. With the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is vampiric energy. So you have a lot of emotional chaos going around. You have lies being called out. You have to remember that you're not the same person that you were when you were in vulnerable situations, or situations that made you feel vulnerable. And with the Four of Pentacles, you are going to see here that there's vampiric energy. There's energy that wants to drain you. And you're going to be looking at things and saying, no, no, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I need to release. I need to step into my power. There is something that's going to happen that makes you just say, no. And you're going to see here that you start walking a path you didn't think you would walk. You start moving forward in a way that wasn't really in your sphere of, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to walk forward. This is who I'm going to be. And it brings you to the place of the 9 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance. You start to see your harvest coming in. You have worked very, very hard on this. You have achieved quite a lot, so be very proud of yourself. And you are going to start to see your harvest coming in. You're going to start to see yourself moving forward in the most fantastic of ways. Be mindful here, guard your purse, all right? Be mindful about the money that you spend, especially little sums of money where you think, oh, that doesn't mean much, or oh, that doesn't mean much. So just be mindful about that. We can get caught up in little spending that adds up into like, oh, I could have bought something big. So just being aware of this with the geese right here. You know, swans, geese, I see these as swans, right? They're white. You're gonna see. Here, they look like swans. Swans mate for life. So there's something here. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but there is a partnership coming forward that is quite sacred to you, quite beautiful to you. Now, the 5 of Wands. Be very, very mindful of pettiness. It's very interesting that we begin with a 5, we end with a 5. 5 is a freedom number. So we're going to be looking at things and saying, how do I need to move forward in the freedom of me? I'm not the same person that I was, and I'm not being dragged into other people's pettiness. So just know during this time, other people will want to drag you in, and it'll be so important to them, Scorpio, that you agree with them, that you see things just as they see things. And it's like, we can agree to disagree. We are not going to be the same on this count. So just being mindful about this is going to be a very, very, very important thing. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a flower, just put a flower in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. And hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when that announcement comes up, because it is not on a set schedule. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So this is faith reversed. There's a sense of our faith has been tested. We have lost faith in something. And this is going to be a time where it doesn't have to be orthodoxy. It doesn't have to be, we all gather and believe in one certain way. But it's connecting again with our faith. It is connecting again with even having faith in ourselves. Our faith in ourselves has been shaken. And we're going to see ourselves moving forward in power and connection. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. It is so important that we ground ourselves, that we take that nice deep breath in and exhale, that we ground, that we stabilize, that we feed ourselves properly. It's like, okay, some bodies can take in these nutrients, some bodies can't. So looking at things and really connecting with our body, what makes us feel good, what doesn't make us feel good, how do we move forward, where is it that we want to be, that is going to be a very important thing, and that is going to be a very powerful thing for us as well. How are we nourishing our bodies? Are we listening to our bodies, especially when it comes to food and especially when it comes to drink, but also the environment that we're in? Is it feeding us correctly, right? Is the energy from it helping us to move forward? Or do we need to work on protecting ourselves spiritually, psychically, emotionally? It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the 2 of Swords. It's very interesting. So we have the 2 of Swords here. So we are open to a flexibility, and we are open to a path opening up to us that we hadn't quite imagined. But with the 2 of Swords here, there is a sense of us being really stubborn. We want things to move in a very certain way, and we want it to happen now. That very much correlates with the Knight of Pentacles. So do be mindful about this during this time. We can kind of get it under our craw, Scorpio, that it's supposed to move in this direction. It's supposed to be just like this. And it can be very hard saying, oh, it can be different. Like very hard being like, oh, wow. All right. I don't have to have all the answers. And I know what you're thinking, or at least a good group of you is like, well, I don't have all the answers, Dane. And that has already been proven to me. And it's like, yes, but we can get it in our heads that things are supposed to look this certain way. And we can be very overwhelmed when it doesn't and really think, oh my gosh, I'm failing. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing this right. So kind of step out of our ego and step into our hearts. That is a very hard thing to do. And it sounds very whimsical and it sounds silly. But here with the chariot reversed, it's hard for us to move forward in our emotions. We are going to have a lot of emotions during this time, and it will be very easy to have them wash over us like a wave. They just kind of suck us into the ocean of them. It will also be very easy for us to have somebody around us who has very intense emotions and just wants to kind of pull us into their trauma and into their drama. So do be mindful about this. It can be very personal, it can be ourselves, but it can be another person. So be mindful about vampiric energy, draining energy. We are already emotionally drained. And so we need to be a little bit gentler with ourselves. We need to take a little bit more time with ourselves. And we also need to see that we have grown. Maybe not in the way that we had anticipated, but we have grown powerfully, personally, and distinctly into ourselves. So we're going to be faced with a battle that we've faced before. And yet the way that it affects us is going to be very different. But we're going to think, oh my gosh, or we're going to be faced by people we have faced before, but we're very different. And that is a very powerful thing. We are letting go of lies. We are letting go of lies. We are letting go of deceptions. We are going to be having lies and deceptions called out in these 15 days, which sounds like these 15 days are kind of, jam packed, Scorpio, but it's going to happen gradually and subtly and in little different ways. And you're going to see yourself moving forward more and more towards you. And you need to say, what do I love? And what is my North Star? So that is going to be a very important thing with the King of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles. It's slowly and steadily moving forward towards prosperity. We are going to want to speed this up. We are going to want things to move so fast. And yet during this time, Spirit's like, hey, it's meant to move slow. It's meant to be gentle. It's meant to be calm. It's also meant to be a bit frustrating because it doesn't feel like we're heading in the right direction. It's like we have to slow down and we have to take care of ourselves. It brings us to the Four of Pentacles, vampiric energy, being drained. It will be so easy during this time to feel drained, to feel overwhelmed, to doubt ourselves, to think, oh no, I can't do this, to have old fears come into play that want to just kind of bury us. Guard your solar plexus, guard your crown chakra, guard your earth star chakra and your soul star chakra, okay? And see your worth. Also, guard your solar plexus chakra. I know that's a lot, right? But if you just do your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra, that is going to be powerful because you're going to see yourself connecting again with your heart and your heart connecting with your gut. And your gut and your heart both connect with your crown. So everything starts to come into play. And you start to see that you're feeling yourself. You're embracing your emotional energy. I know feeling yourself sounds like an odd way to put things, but you're embracing your emotional energy. And it lets you move forward in power and in instinct and in determination. Roads are going to open to you and ideas are going to come to you that lead you on a path that you were like, oh no, but I was supposed to do A or I was supposed to do B. And Spirit's like, well, what about the other letters of the alphabet? Like, what about the other rows? What about the other ways forward? And you're going to see that it's going to be rather surprising. It's going to be rather intense. And you're going to be heading down on an adventure during this time. You're going to be starting an adventure or really embracing an adventure during this time. And it leads you to a place of prosperity. You need to be very much in the moment. So do be aware of that, not in the past, not in the future, but very much in the moment, in the here and in the now. That is going to be so important for you during this time. It is easy to get pulled off track. It is easy to start thinking, well, this was it once upon a time, or, oh my gosh, I have to fear this because I thought life was going to work out this way. And kind of say to the universe, to Spirit, to yourself, I'm here for the journey. I'm here for the journey and I'm not here for the fighting. It will also be very easy during this time to get pulled into petty disagreements, to get pulled into chaos, to get pulled into anger and hurt and pain and all this other stuff that just is overwhelming. It starts off little. It starts off like, oh, this could be a friendly debate that all of a sudden can bloom into, or blow up, it's a better word, blow up into something that's rather vicious. So just be aware of this during this time. We have to be very mindful. We have to be calm and gentle with ourselves. And this is going to be a time where Spirit is really saying, walk gently, be kind to you, show up for you. It brings us to our subconscious spirit message. which is soulful. It is time to make sure our souls are full, to fill our souls with what brings us joy, what brings us power, what brings us, distinction and happiness within ourselves for ourselves. Our subconscious chakra message is truth reversed. This is the third chakra. We are dealing, it's very interesting. It's like we are dealing with the seven of swords. So there are a lot of lies, and it can be that we're telling lies to ourselves. Like we're believing certain things that people said, oh, you could never be this, or you could never do that, or, who do you think you are type of thing. And so here, we need to start speaking the truth to ourselves. We don't need to start speaking the truth to everybody else. Some people say, like, if you tell the truth, bad things won't happen, or like you can't be backed into a corner. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. But tell the truth to you. Embrace your throat chakra. All right. Humming, singing, chanting. That helps your throat chakra, which also helps your thyroid, which is very, very good. So here, say the truth to yourself. And you can say the truth on a piece of paper. Like write down the things that bother you and shred them or burn them or, just destroy them. Like soak it in water and let it all melt away. But start saying the truth to yourself during this time. Start saying, that really ticks me off. Or, you know what, that's really important to me. Or, and then as you say it, release it. Release things that bother you, that ticks me off. Or, embrace things that make you feel happy. Oh, that brings me a lot of joy. And start fully embracing and fully embodying you. Do not let anybody else tell you what to do during this time or like have power over the soul of you. It brings us to the energy to be mindful of. This is the Fool reverse. We need to be aware that we are very conscious of making a fool out of ourselves. We are very conscious of people saying, that's ridiculous, that's nonsensical, you should be more like this, you should be more like that, you should do this, you should do that. Be very, very aware of this. If somebody laughs, we're going to think, oh my gosh, they're laughing at us. It's not that they're watching something on their phone or that they, just thought of something funny and they laugh. Be aware of this. We're a little bit more sensitive during this time. We can take things very personally. And this is a time where we can start holding grudges. We can start being like, they meant to do that, or, they were coming after me, in that way or this way, or, whatever. Be very, very mindful not to let those seeds be planted during this time, because your powerhouse, those thoughts, that energy will pull you down and you don't need it. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ace of Wands reversed. This is fire sign energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is fire, passion, distinction. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of our fire, of our passion, of our determination, of, our real distinction of self. And what we're going to see here is that it's reversed. We're on pause. It's like, oh, I can't take this yet. I can't be this quite yet. And spirit's like, why? Why? There's something here that's blocking us, and it's from our past. It's going to be from our past. It is a burden that we're carrying based on lies, or it might have been true for us once upon a time. It's not true for us anymore. And it's keeping us from embracing our passion, embracing our beauty, and really letting ourselves stand out. So do be mindful about this during this time, Scorpio. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.